Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Very exciting to be jumping on this with you guys today because we have our first details about Soulframe coming from the WARFRAME dev team, the team who is also behind Soulframe. Super excited about this, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what we're going to find out, but this is obviously a game that I'm super hyped about, you know. I can't wait, and so they're already starting to get right into it, so we're going to go ahead and check this out and do a reaction, see what the news is all about for Soulframe. It's going to be good, guys, so let's go ahead and check this out.
Much for coming. Thank you for being interested in the game. We love you, appreciate you, and yeah, what are we going to talk about, Sarah?
Yeah, so we have a lot to share today. We have some concept art pieces that the lovely Rosa has brought for us to look at. We're going to seek to
Come on,
answer
you got to
some
give
of
us something
our
better
most
than
asked
that.
questions, share some development updates.
There we go.
And
there
maybe we're going to have some sneak peeks of what's to come.
Oh.
Actually, not maybe, we are.
Oh,
we are going to have a live gameplay demo in just a little bit.
Nice.
Joe doesn't have a microphone, but
That is
Yeah.
here, Joe.
I love to hear it.
Give it up for
back
Joe,
here
designers.
at the end of the show.
Yeah, Joe.
And it works on the design, and if he gets hit by the enemies, then it's his fault. It's his own fault. Yeah.
But before we get to all that, what even is Soulframe?
Yes.
What is
Talk
Soulframe,
about it.
Jeff?
What is Soulframe?
It's an immersive, interactive hotel experience.
Oh?
That's the boring answer is it's a fantasy multiplayer game, action RPG. But I think you guys are familiar enough with us to know it's hard to put what we do in a box like that. You couldn't really say that about Warframe if you just asked what kind of game it was. And I remember a few years ago, Steve popped his head into my office. My office is right next to Steve's. And I know when he gets up out of his seat that it's something a bit bigger. You know, usually if he slacks me something, I ignore it. But when he gets up, I can't. And he just randomly popped his head in my office and said, let's make a fantasy game. And I was like, no. And then he went back to his office. And, but I think he knew what he was doing because he left the bait out for me. And I'm like, wait a second. And I got up and we chatted. And just to give you guys some insight, because I think you deserve it, you know, for why we decided to do this. You know, we started talking about it and said, okay, if we're going to do this, how can we do it in a way that we love it just as much as Warframe? So we started talking about themes that we want to embrace. You guys were a big part of those themes that we discussed. You know, if we're going to make a game like this that involves a community,
all right, now I got the chat pulled up finally.
To the progression of the game.
We're cooking now.
We're
cooking now, guys.
Do that. We started falling into these conversations about ancestry and maybe how players can play with each other and have deep connections to each other. Can we put family trees in the game and maybe how players can, as they progress, can see how they're connected. Maybe that adds perks to their gameplay. And, you know, okay, if this is a fantasy game, there's a lot of tropes in the
connection with nature in this
make it
game does sound
well,
very cool. Very cool.
Things we love, so you'll probably see lots of, you know, Ghibli.
He said no until I said, we'll make it like Princess Mononoke.
Ooh, Studio Ghibli inspiration.
And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I can do that.
And, you know, we decided we really wanted to have you guys, when you play it, be, you know, kind of have a deep role in the progression and change in this world and kind of healing it. So once we said heal it, we're like, oh, okay, let's double down on that. And I think we wanted something optimistic, something that has lots of themes of redemption. And yeah, and I think we kind of fell in love with it.
A lot of animals, too.
And what's that?
A lot of animals, too.
And a lot of animals.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we got more coming, obviously. Yeah, I think, I don't know how you guys are all feeling these days, but the world's kind of a cynical place, and you can't really like things without being made fun of, and there's a lot of cynicism around, and I think for me personally, this is kind of like, what if there was a place where like everyone gets a second chance and there's a redemption arc for everyone? You know, it doesn't all have to be dark and gloomy and bitter. And I think that's kind of what really has excited me so far about the preludes that we're doing, which is people are picking up on that tone, that kind of optimistic, really what original fantasy is about, which is this kind of rejection of modernity, rejection of cynicism.
Yeah, rejection of
really
modernity.
believing
Let's
in
go,
magic.
baby.
So I think that's
Based.
kind of how we're approaching it, at least from the heart side.
Absolutely.
That's
And
based.
then we know what we did by calling it Soulframe.
We were going to call it.
We know what we
We're
did.
going to call it Elden Frame, but
Oh, no.
so Soul Frame's a little, more clear, isn't it?
I think our number 2 name was Fantasy Frame.
Oh,
no.
my.
Ooh,
So,
ooh.
Scott, is this a Souls game?
No, it's not. I would say it's like a more casual approach to a Souls game. It
does have a
still
lot
has
of
the deep
inspiration from
mechanics
Dark
and
Souls,
the deep,
though, which is pretty cool.
Mastery of the combat, but it's easier to pick up and less punishing.
So it's made
love
for
it.
like me,
I love it.
basically, because I
Yes.
cannot get past the Godskin duo right now. I got to build some sleep pots. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so if you don't know, we first launched access to our early build of Soulframe Preludes. Obviously, we had to call it something fancy. In December to a small group of PC players. Players are invited through email. So shameless plug, number 1. Make sure you have signed up on soulframe.com with your email and claimed your Envoy title. If you're watching in chat, !Soulframe. That will link you to our site where you can do that. We're currently sending out 2,000 invites every single week. And is anyone in here
I need to sign up
currently,
for
just
that.
by show of hands, in Soulframe Preludes? Is any? Oh!
Oh,
Yeah, that's actually a lot of you guys.
Thank you very much.
Aw, okay, well, I definitely want to talk to you all after this. See what you think.
Wasn't it great when we added a map in the game?
That
that's
was a
about
big quality of
exploring?
life change this
Yeah.
year. Yeah, we love a map.
Maybe a sprint toggle would be nice.
Maps are nice.
Yeah.
Nope.
So yeah, Preludes 5 was released to Preludes players at the end of June. And after this day is over, we're going to be hard at work for Prelude 6. We've been following a monthly-ish update cadence. Yeah.
Yep,
and
that thing.
lots of
Yep.
hot fixes in between. So yeah, today we're going to show you some of this and some new stuff that's coming soon. And yeah, so since December, Preludes has sort of become its own thing and its own community. And there's a lot of people who are so involved. And I actually have some really cute fan art I'm really quickly going to show.
Adorable. Oh my God.
This one is by elliecody.k on Twitter.
That is a well-fed sparrow.
That is a
Very well.
That's a chunky sparrow.
Very.
Well,
Chonky boy.
You may see a young Lady Diora and baby Garen. Oh, I've got one down here. I don't think you guys can see
so
it.
good luck, Garen.
And yeah, we have another one here by Staller D.
Nice.
So pretty. And oh no, who put this one in there?
What?
You did.
Quick, someone flip the slide. But actually, this is a small shout out to the official Soulframe Discord server. If you !Discord in chat, you can join in on the fun and maybe avocot memes. And a lovely Orangal by Danny W in the Discord as well. So yeah, just thank you guys for sharing such beautiful fan art already. Like, it blows my mind that you guys are already so involved. And speaking of pretty art, we actually have some from the team, and we have our lovely Rosa here. I actually brought up your painting. That's your original art here. I don't know if you want to talk about that one at all.
Yeah, so this art piece
I don't
was
really
made
care about
for
any of this.
our
I just want to
promotion for
hear about the
last,
game. Come on.
2023.
Come on, guys.
You surprised
Talk
us
about the
by
game.
Yeah, we wanted to push like the retro 80s film crafted
That is a really
poster
sick
look
piece of art,
to
though. Not
the
gonna lie,
game.
that's
So,
pretty sick.
Yeah,
That is
so
pretty
I
sick.
tried to
We're gonna
paint it with like watercolor
turn her
and
down
like,
just a
mixed
little bit
media
here.
with, on a watercolor paper.
That is pretty cool.
And it took
I do
me
like that a lot.
few days.
It's stunning. We finally got it framed. It used to be all like taped up in Jeff's office, so now it has
You
the
stole
home
it.
it deserves.
Bro, I
Yep,
cannot.
so,
I
the
can't
TENNOCON last
wait
year we,
for Soulframe.
introduced,
Oh my gosh.
Garen Root.
Oh,
Fable,
I need
so
this game in my life.
incorporated, the two versions of
I need to
the
just
Garen
suck me
and,
in. You know what I'm saying?
Ancestors and our star avocado into the painting. So yeah.
Yeah, we have some
Suck me
early
in, guys.
concept
Come
art
on.
as well to share today. So this is our ancestors. On the sides is
Oh,
Orlik
sick.
and Tuvalcani, the
Sick.
original sketches by Keith Thompson, who sadly couldn't be here today. We love you, Keith, though, if you're watching. And the middle one is an early concept of Fen Jotar by Munash on our team.
Bro.
Scott, Penny, what are ancestors?
Ancestors are a fun.
Oh
little
my
production
gosh.
mechanic where we want
Oh
to
my goodness.
tell the story of the world through these interesting characters who have been trapped in the world and haven't moved on. You will meet them throughout the world as you explore. As we said, this is Orlik, Fenjotar, and Tolbukane. They're all representations of our sort of meta systems like crafting or modding and stuff like that. So we'll see a little bit more of them later on, but I'm sure if you've played Preludes, you'll have hopefully, fingers crossed, met at least Tolbukane and Orlik. If you haven't, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You'll hear
Oh,
us
boy.
talk about ancestors a lot, but this
Oh,
is just
boy.
a way for us to kind of hopefully add a bit more thematic progression to the game to reinforce the world.
Yeah, and the idea is anytime we add like a cool new meta system to the game, we're going to show one at the end of the show, Verminia, that it would come with an ancestor that's distantly related to you, and they have some kind of problem, why they haven't kind of moved on to this sort of rings of the moon, which represents heaven in the game, and hopefully you help them with that, and that's kind of a key element to stuff like crafting and upgrading your gear and learning the histories of the world. So it's kind of builds out your village in the Nightfold that we'll also show. So I
Each
think
has a unique personality too, right? Through all the voices and all the
got their own music. I mean, obviously
Everything.
DE is known for amazing musical scores, George,
Yeah.
and Soulframe's gonna be no exception.
Definitely, yeah. We've spent a lot of time crafting the music so that each region feels like it's its own thing, using a lot of folk instruments and natural and organic sounds as well. All the soundscapes. I said to the team early on that we shouldn't use any synthesizers at all in the game.
I love that. I love
it's
that.
all natural sounds.
I
that
love
have
it.
been manipulated. A lot of lighters for magic and matches and classes and stuff like that. And so yeah.
Nice.
It's a
Nice.
lot of good stuff.
That's
Awesome. We
brilliant.
have- What are
That's
these?
brilliant.
Oh, these
Scott,
are cool.
what are these? What are we looking at?
These are the packs of the game. So these are basically the physical representation of the classes of the game. So these will basically, you'll unlock them as part of your progression, or unlocking.
So these are kind of like your magic
these,
arms that you can get, I
they
think,
basically
where you get
will be
like
the kit of the game, the gameplay kit. So as if you want to play as a tank or if you want to play as an assassin, there'll be different packs that you can
So-
get. Kind of one of the cool things we're doing with this system is the packs come with an idol, and the idol is basically, if you've played the game, it's the ultimate of the pack. But the interesting thing I think we're doing in this time is we're allowing you to mix and match, so you can move your idol to a different pack. So I think it's a fun twist.
Kind of like an exalted weapon you charge up while you're playing. Hopefully if Joe doesn't totally suck, we'll be able to see that today as well. This was funny because obviously Jeff did the original. I'm not sure if anyone played Dark Sector, which was an early game that we worked on. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There's dozens of us. And I had to laugh because Jeff's like, oh yeah, and then your arm is like all cursed and stuff. And it's like,
Well, and
you
that's-
can't help
I think-
yourself.
I think again, talking about why we decided to do Soulframe and speaking to the depths of our creativity, we're like,
Yeah, we just did the same thing
we need a
again.
magic arm. Like the
Gotta have a
game
magic
needs-
arm.
Every game needs a magic
needs a
arm.
magic arm. And
so each of the different
so
arms
yeah, the
gives you
cool
different
thing about this
powers.
too is it kind of reinforces your role as a healer. The ones that you get from the animals, like the omen beasts, we're calling them, which we demoed last year with Garen. This is what you get rewarded with, is the kind of new kit that they give you. But you'll see the armored one and the one that looks a bit cursed. Those represent kind of the antagonist factions of the world. So
Yeah, that was one of the questions we got last year. Was like, is there? I wouldn't call this like a dark path or an evil path in the game, but the Ode, which are kind of the conquerors, and you'll see more of that at the end of the show here. there is this kind of progression amongst their kind of corrupted, polluted technology. If you're kind of into that, you want to get your edgelord on in Soulframe, you can. So there's some really great choices there.
Yeah, and we're hoping to make those choices a bit meaningful on the player.
Yeah, this is like a really expressive system as well. Like Scott touched on it a little bit with the swapping the idols and the packs that you get with each other. It really will hopefully let players find their role that they really want to play, but still experiment with new things in a very open, sort of similar way to like Warframes. You'll get a lot of time to just find the one that you like the most, but then tempted by something else, but not have to give up everything you've worked for
Definitely weak against
to
Holy.
try something new.
Shut up.
Yeah, Rosa, this is a early piece by you, which may not be entirely new to the audience, but it's my favorite piece you've ever done. And I think it represents our theme so well. Can you tell us what this is of?
Yeah, so this is also one of my favorite art that I've been working on. And yeah, it's when we first worked on this, we wanted to establish like the first impression of the game when you log in and
Man,
have,
this is so
like
so cool.
capture
So cool.
The influences and the theme that we the fullness and the warmth and the inviting feel from it. So yeah, so my favorite part of this painting was that the fawn is just totally enjoying the sunlight, and the rabbit and the animals surrounded is like just like passed out and dreaming.
I want to say too, for us in sound, it's so inspiring to see these artworks, right? It's just, it creates all these sounds in your mind, and we went out and did a lot of field recording, actually. London is known as the Forest City, so you'll hear a lot of the Forest City in Soulframe, a lot of natural environments and streams and forests and all of that kind of stuff, which, yeah, it's great for us. So,
Where did you record the beaver snoring?
That's a trade secret.
You don't have a captive beaver in your house. That's very illegal,
No,
George.
not at all. Not at all. That would be illegal, yeah. No.
Yeah,
Well cared for, I assume.
This scene was important because it's the first thing you see when you log into the game, and this is kind of what we wanted the kind of impression to be.
Yep.
And the number of animals around you is based on your consecutive logins, which is kind of weird and cool. So there's more.
That's
kind
kinda
of
cool.
Every day
That's
that
kinda cool.
You log in,
Isn't
a
that
little cute
cute?
touch.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Just how that works.
That's a great idea.
Again, you know, I think tone-wise, this is interesting because, you know, maybe last year people got the impression we were talking about cozy too much, and I think that's my fault because there really is.
What's up, Atomic Patriot?
I think what it needs is these cozy elements balanced with the suspense.
How you doing,
the
bro?
Danger. So we're not making promises that this is like Stardew Valley, and I think you're going to see stuff in the demo that are like, that's actually legitimately scary. But then there's moments of levity, and there's moments of softness and peace and connection. So it isn't just one note. It's going to be
It's
kind of this ebb and flow.
there's a
But
conflict
warn you
between
that there's
evil
kind of
and
scary stuff in the
dark
demo.
and like good
We found some
and
early
nature, and I
concepts
love
of
that.
the
That's great.
dendrit farmers and the architecture here. Rosa, can you speak a little bit about this and the environment aspects?
Yeah, so this is a concept art that Munosh designed early, and I helped him with bringing back that warm light and the mood and atmosphere to the painting. And yeah, so this is a dendrit concept of a dendrit village, or the architecture of a dendrit village or a hamlet that we are planning. And dendrits are a little poor, a little bit poor. So we wanted to make the materials that can be easily found for them in the woods or in the farmlands. Yeah.
And the genre was such a big pivot for us. The stuff like this was really helpful for the world building teams to kind of understand the setting and the kind of time range we wanted to go for the world.
Yeah, and I always try to add like a little flowers growing on the moss and grass because it kind of shows that the flowers can bloom in like a harsh environment, and you know the nature can be very strong. So.
We have one of the dendrit forest as well. I feel like I'm in the game with this one.
Man, that's great
Yeah,
art.
also really pretty.
Holy crap.
So this is also a concept art done by Munaj, and this is a concept of a path to the dendrit fort, and
This
you can
picture
see the
right here
friendly
gets me
sign that
super
will
excited for the
direct
game.
you to the shrine or to the.
How you doing, Atomic
to the
Patriot? How you
dendrit
doing,
fort.
bro? New Soulframe just
That's
dropped.
Steve's cool.
They're talking about a lot of the
And
new
then people
details
like
about
it,
the
yeah.
game right now, which is
Not just
so
mine.
exciting.
I'll take
Does
credit for it,
Soulframe
though.
have a release date? Probably at
And
the.
there's
They're
also,
talking
of
about the end of
course,
this
another
year.
part of our world, the Undercity, which you guys saw a lot of last year. And this is an early concept art of that one.
Yeah, maybe Scott, like, can you kind of talk about what we do with these, like
Structure.
Yeah, with the structure and what this is an example of.
See,
Yeah,
I
so,
love this because you get
Undercity
like
and,
castles, you
the
get
glades if you're in the preludes
huts,
is kind of a dungeon aspect.
you
of the
get
game.
dungeons.
This
Bro.
is where we can randomize
That's
the
huge, bro.
environment and really leverage some of the older systems that we have, and also grow those systems. So this is missions will be down here, exploration, puzzle solving, and really, hopefully, some really deep connections with the puzzle aspect of the game and the exploration. Players are always constantly finding secrets, and the level designers are actually adding more as we go. So it's really interesting to like play through the Undercity, and all of a sudden there's a new tile again, but there's a puzzle in it and a different way to get through it, which is really fun.
Yeah, the
One of
dungeons
the
are
things we've done
procedurally
with the,
generated, which is
procedural
pretty
level
sick.
System this time around is its connection to the overworld. When we first started working on Soulframe, the dungeons, you had to traverse them to the end, and then you'd be teleported back to the beginning, and that's where you'd exit. So you enter and exit in the same spot. Recently, we changed the system to allow you to kind of progress through the dungeon and then out back into the overworld into a random spot, which has been really kind of fun to design because the exits are all kind of secretly hidden. You know, it's like the bookcase slides open and now you can get out, but you know, Steve's favorite is you're inside the fort. So all of a sudden you think, oh, I'm done the dungeon, I'm safe now. And you exit into probably the most dangerous area we have in Preludes. Which
And I didn't know that was in either, so it was like 1 a.m. and I was crapping my pants.
Yes, so the exits are randomized. So as you're leaving, you will end up in a randomized location in the overworld, which is really helped, I think, with the exploration of the game.
That's really cool.
I still get lost when I play it. It's like, oh, you know, always a new you know, corner to turn around, and you're like, oh, geez, I haven't seen that before. It's pretty cool, actually.
I love that.
Even working on it all day, you get lost in that world, right?
I
Which is
love it.
awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, we are trying to go outside of our comfort zone, obviously, and challenge ourselves by building new, kind of on top of some of the systems we thought were really good for long-term play. Like in Warframe, those procedural dungeons really help the content stay fresh as we built out new tiles. But now the context is we don't really have a mission structure, so knowing kind of when you're done or what you've completed has kind of been a challenge. If you started early on in Preludes, you just kind of like wander around and it's like, okay, I guess I'm done, and you log off. But now we've added things like when you leave a dungeon, we show a summary and give you some mission complete feedback. When the time of day changes, because the overworld is constantly on a shared clock, you get kind of a summary of rewards and that sort of thing. If you're joining up with Preludes, you'll be suffering through a lot of upheaval as we kind of find our footing for those sorts of things, because it is very different for us from the structure of Warframe, which is launch a mission, 15, 20 minutes later, you're back in the orbiter.
But it's all
That's cool. That's really cool. Uh-oh.
some of stuff works, and we're getting live feedback. And
Yeah, and that's really, I think, again, not to kiss y'all's ass, but like that's is super important for us to kind of feel what's resonating with you and what's not, and that's why we're kind of pushing against our comfort zone and just releasing this stuff so rapidly, because that's what we felt was an important part of Warframe's journey, and we want to steal that for Soulframe.
Awesome. We have one more concept art that came in hot. I think, Rosa, you finished this yesterday?
Yes.
What is happening in this one, and does it have anything to do with a certain omen beast who may or may not have an affinity for hallucinogenic sap?
It's a bear!
So just like our Garen Rude Fable, we will have Bromius version, obviously. So yeah, this is a concept of Bromius attempting to eat the seed of the sacred sapling tree that he loves, and he's a bit addicted, I can say. And yeah, so he's trying to eat the falling seed, and that's in a heart root arena in a place called Neathans. And Neathans is a place where
you consume that sap and you go on a
where
crazy
it's like,
trip in the
underground
game.
World made with
Crazy trip.
council trees roots and all tangled and intertwined, and we get to walk around going through all the roots, and we get to this place and see the Bromis here.
Yeah, and like all the stories that we kind of like to tell, it'll have very specific themes that we reinforce in the fable. You know, poor Bromius his role is to protect the trees and be a grower.
An R-bearer.
An R-bearer. Shout out to Sydney, our writer.
Sydney's here.
And you know, the corruption has influenced him, and he's become addicted to the thing he's meant to protect, and he's causing harm. So we have to intervene.
Based.
Lenny, how's this different from Garen? Is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, after I finished working on the Garen boss fight that you would have seen last year, Jeff was like, "Do you want to do another one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do another one. That was fun." So we've been just over the last couple of months been working on prototyping mechanics for this new fight. We wanted to do something different to what we had in Garen, where it was two characters that have a relationship between each other and it sort of resolves between them as the fight progresses, where this one differs is it's just going to be Bromius. You are sort of fighting him as he is descending into a sort of descending on the spiral of addiction, and how he changes, and you're trying to sort of help pull him back. We paused him for a little bit because of TENNOCON, but we're going to hopefully be kicking him back off soon with the full force of every talented person on our team.
Yeah. Our intention is to get this into preludes very soon. Yep.
One thing I wanted to add
Yeah, we should.
was
no, sorry.
sorry. I wanted to add was the mood of it kind of changed throughout this whole week, because it rained quite a lot earlier this week, and yeah, my basement flooded, so I wanted to put in that damp, really thick atmosphere to the painting. So it was really dry roots in the beginning of the
This is
concept,
interesting.
but
I
now
like
it's
this little
Went into your
like
basement.
hut
Oh, I feel
that's
the
built
air
into
being
the side of the
burst.
hill here. That's kind of
I
cool.
wanna channel
The
this.
smell. Like, I gotta put that in the painting now.
Sounds good.
So there's a lot.
I just love the environments, bro. Like the environments look fantastic.
It's gonna be. We're going to show you some live gameplay quite soon.
Yes, show us gameplay. Let's go.
We haven't yet answered the question most of you have been asking, and yes, I've been seeing it. When can I play?
When? Tell
And
us.
The answer to that question is.
Come on. This fall, baby! This fall! Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we are gradually opening up this Soulframe Preludes build of our game to the public in the fall. That is our hope and dream. And what does this mean? So anyone, hopefully, by fall 2024, who wants to play Soulframe Preludes and get in, instead of waiting for an invite every single week, we are going to have it open to everyone.
Let's go. Let's
And at this point, we'll
go.
be doing our earliest testing phase, I would say. We have done account
That is
resets
exciting
before,
news.
And sometime in the fall, we'll pick a date where no more account resets, and everyone who wants to will be able to sign up and play Soulframe Preludes. Yeah.
Exciting.
Oh my gosh. That's huge. That is huge. Wow. No one looks excited.
If you want to reserve
What the
your
fuck?
in-game name, Envoy title, you should do it today.
We're still sending out invites.
Because we're still sending out invites,
Yep.
and of course, that is a way to reserve. So
Yep.
And that'll
Even
be
if-
ramping up, right? We'll be as we get closer
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
be ramping that
open,
up
we'll be
as well.
letting the people that have signed up early.
Hey, what's up,
and
Joshua?
In
early.
This is for the new
okay, so
game coming
we're
out soon
about-
called
Go ahead.
Soulframe.
We're about to play our live gameplay demo.
It's a
but
new
before we
fantasy
begin,
game.
One more time, show of hands. Who is in Preludes in the live audience? Okay,
nice,
can
nice.
you all raise your hands?
What?
Yeah, because we're inviting everyone here in person. We just wanted to thank you for coming out.
Oh man, I wish I was there.
Yay!
So when you see us around, you don't have to ask us when you can play.
We are going to send an invitation in the following weeks, and you are going to get an email with more details after the show. And in addition to this, on Monday, July 22nd. At
So
2
yeah,
p.m.,
so these are
we will be
the
sending out 10,000
these are
Preludes.
the devs of the new game Soulframe that's going to be coming out this fall. We literally just found that out, which is super exciting. So they're just giving us some details about it. They're going to show us like some gameplay here in a second, which is pretty exciting. I'm super excited to see the gameplay for this.
Like Warframe, we can do fast iteration, and we don't have the cert stuff. But obviously, pardon me?
I didn't hear what he said.
Think about that.
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
But
What did he say?
But initially, we're going to be doing the iteration on PC. If you are on console, obviously that's in our plans, and we are looking forward to that. And we have been talking to our partners on that side. But this fall is going to be PC. Just to warn you,
Oh,
about,
man.
Our current platforms.
Yep. But yeah,
Oh,
Soulframe
man,
Preludes,
just
and I think it's
PC?
just been really
Bruh.
cool and exciting and unique to build this game alongside you guys. So if you want to play Soulframe Preludes, you all can soon. Hopefully. Okay.
Well, looks like
time for Joe over
looks like I'm
there
gonna be
to
playing this on
play
PC
our
to start with.
gameplay.
Yes, we're going to throw it to Joe, and just so this is a bit of a sneak
Yeah,
peek of.
we're going to set this up.
Yeah, we're going to set this up.
It's a little. There might be a few bugs, a couple
Might
glitches,
be a few bugs coming in hot.
little animation pops.
You'll.
Oh, but it has foot IK now. So watch. Well, don't watch too hard.
don't
the feet.
stare at the feet too
But a
much,
little bit.
but-
Look at the feet, but not too much.
Yeah.
Analyze every detail of this demo we are showing you.
So you're going to see kind of what's coming into Preludes very soon, in addition to some bigger things that we're hoping to get in for the end of the year to kind of speak to the player's intro quest.
And can I say this? Like, I hate to say this because you cringe when I talk about this, but like,
I cringe a lot when you talk.
But this is. I think what you're going to see is the beginning of the Warsong prologue that we're going to be shipping later in the year.
That's right.
And I think, you're probably going to see a few elements that speak to a genre I love that no one else does, which is, can I say it? It's like the alien fantasy, which is it's not just pure medieval.
Yep.
There's
This is exciting right here.
Weird left turn in there, like DE always has to do.
Always.
So there's a little bit of that in there.
I love that.
To keep a look at, and it kind of shows this interactive kind of character creation that we want to do with it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go wake up, and we're gonna then show you a bit more of work in progress stuff.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Is that a bad setup or a good setup?
That's perfect.
It's amazing.
No, I
isn't
didn't
it?
even cringe that much.
Okay,
Great. And we'll
fantastic.
probably talk less than we plan to for the demo because we'll get in trouble for the next panel.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, over to you, Joe.
Hope you enjoy.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's check it out, baby.
Remember little Minnow. That night of old. Not by Nog, but heart. A rally drum.
Holy crap! Look how many dudes there are here. Okay, that was sick. That was dope.
Not by sense, but soul. Your baby's home.
She's got another one on the way already? Damn. Is she pregnant again? Holy crap.
I remember her face. A copper glow, like amber rocks. A wealth of warmth, and of her locks.
Is this related to Warframe? It's made by the same developers of Warframe, but it's not technically, like, related to Warframe.
A downy cloud blown across the skies.
So this is only going to be on PC to start with, yes. Yes. Josiah, did Ben give you this idea? Give me the idea for what? For watching this?
Of honey mead, of spotted dough. Last love she saw was you. I know. Love last it was that sent you so.
Oh, she probably just gave birth. That's probably why she looks a little funky. Yeah, console will come later, but to start with, it's just going to be on PC. Oh, he's got the magic arm. Oh, that's us. That's gonna be us in the game.
So that was a sneak peek at Warsong Prologue.
That was very cool.
As I mentioned, it's the intro quest, and what you saw there is how you create the first customization template of your character. There will be more for that to come, so you can customize further.
The more consecutive games, or the more like
bit of a showcase on how you can
the more like consecutive times that you log in to play the game, the more animals there are going to be that spawn around you when you first open up the game, which is kind of a cool little feature. Bro, this environment is holy crap. They have been doing an incredible job on the environment.
The Nightfold. So what's really cool if you're in Preludes is you can go here anytime. It's kind of like having your orbiter at the snap of a finger. So you can go in here, you can talk to your ancestors, work on your meta, queue crafting, look at the lore you just unlocked, change your weapons. As long as there's no aggro enemies in the vicinity, at any time you can go into the Nightfold. And as you collect your ancestors, it's kind of like building a village within this kind of purgatory plane.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can rock over to the
That's really
you can
cool.
maybe show them the blacksmith, and then just run on into the tent.
You can hear all the different musical cues here that we've been working on as well. Each ancestor has their own, which is pretty cool, I think. A lot of traditional instrumentation used and suits their personalities. Same with the voices, custom voices and all of that.
Yeah, so this is our crafting
Okay.
interface.
Look at all the different armor and stuff they
Basically,
can get. That's cool.
Sort of throughout the world, you'll find little fragments of weapons that have been broken into pieces, and you'll bring them back to Tolvakai over here to reassemble them. And as you reassemble more, she'll become less self-conscious about herself.
Got imposter syndrome.
Yeah, real imposter system hitting hard. I relate.
And now I think Joe's gonna go and gear up, but you can't ignore the poor dog on your way.
Most important feature.
Let's go.
And then,
Oh,
Joe
dude,
goes
Atomic
over to
Patriot. There's gonna be
sneak peek at our
so many
arsenal.
different kinds of animals in
Have
this
probably
game that
ready
you can
for it.
interact
Just
with and
whip out
stuff.
some
Like
of the
you
gear
can ride that
and
wolf too, which
cosmetics.
is super cool. Like the wolf is like a mount that you can get. Okay, so we do have different kinds of weapons. We have a sword and shield. We have a spear. It looked like a bow.
So yeah, let's just show a bit of work in progress for the next ancestor coming to Preludes.
Dude, this environment looks fantastic. I love the fog, bro. No, don't, no, keep going. Don't stop. Okay, we're back. So when's the Fortnite crossover? Don't they have like a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover in Fortnite right now? Big dog, I love it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool like animals and creatures that you can interact with in this game. Alright, so you can kind of turn invisible with this. Probably do like a sneak attack. Love it. Alright, let's see what the combat looks like here. Oh, nice. 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 The combat looks good. It looks good. There's like parry, block, rolling, so it's kind of Soulsy, sort of, which I'm definitely not opposed to. A rat. Oh, nasty rat. Nasty little rat. Oh, snap. Nimrod. That's cool that you can throw your shield like that. I love that. Bro, this looks sick.
When it was gathered, no one watched. The Everstorm.
Okay, then the boss just disappears. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see where this rat's taking us here. Bro, the environment looks so good, bro. So far, we've only seen like the environment and like sunlight. So to see that there's a lot of variety as far as like what kind of climates and environments we're gonna have is pretty sick. I love that. Oh, damn. Oh! Okay, so that's cool. It shows you like a little path of how to get back to where you died, it looks like. Life-saving sparrow. Love it. Huge. Who doesn't like a life-saving sparrow to bring you back from the dead?
Puppet, here.
That boss was pretty tough, bro. That's good. That's good. I like hard bosses. I don't want easy ass bosses, you know? La 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 la. Black Plague confirmed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bro, that game was crazy. Black Plague, I think it's what it's, or Plague, what was it called? It was kind of like a game that was like a fantasy medieval game, but it was like set in kind of like the Black Plague. Oh, damn. Oh.
I would have smelt your aura
Oh,
from
damn.
here, where my
Well,
sins
hello
were
there.
drowned in brine.
You could be my ancestor any day.
I am
You know what I'm saying?
Verminia. Enchanté. May you grant us some color and learn some taste besides.
Damn, okay. So this is the new ancestor that we just captured, I guess.
Oh, envoy, for you go. Un amuse-bouche.
So I'm assuming we'll probably find out what she contributes to your, kind of like your village or whatever here in a second. Alright, so we still got to take out this Nimrod guy. He's still yelling at us from the skies, apparently. How does the combat look to you guys? I think the combat looks pretty sick. Like, the fact that you can, like, throw your shield is a really cool feature. Which is good. It shows that, like, your weapons are... There's a lot of things you can do with your weapons, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, Plague Tales, that's it. Yeah, Plague Tales. Plague Tales is pretty fun. Yes, there is parrying. Yep, yep. Did that sparrow just, like, turn him to stone? Man, this sparrow is OP as fuck, bro. If I can't splash in puddles, I ain't playing. Nice, nice. Nimrod vanquished. And all the armor is customizable. Your character is customizable. I'm assuming they'll probably have some customizations for your weapons and stuff like that as well. All right, so let's see what this new ancestor brings to the village here.
Joe's gonna go introduce you guys to Verminia and her station, where she will provide another progression path.
Oh yeah. So Verminia is our sort of master of colors and elixirs.
So this is...
That would be nice enough for all.
So maybe this is like where you get dyes for changing the the colors on your armor and weapons.
To brew my hues in this washed out puddle, I know not. Less. The envoy brings us a nibble.
Bro, she's distracting.
So this isn't final.
Yo, what's up, Celluloid? How you doing, bro?
You guys an impression of
Bro, she
the kind of
is
customization
truly
you can do
distracting.
for her.
Holy crap.
We could just eat you up.
Okay, so yeah, so you can like customize your weapons and armor here with her, which is very cool.
Your aura is showing.
Now this next one.
The fact
I
that
don't
they
think
have
we'll
her
purposely do it.
having
but we were
that
just
type of
curious what would
reaction
happen
when
if
you
a
take your
certain
armor off
DE
is super
employee
cool.
Played Soulframe. We wanted to see how Verminia might feel about that.
Ugh. I must hold my nose.
So she reacts to the different colors that you put on your armor and stuff. That is very cool.
This is so you.
That is very cool. I love that feature.
Oh, envoy, there you go. My puppets have wished to tell. How you say? Something unsavory.
Whoa. Whoa!
Squeak of red moaning in the coral glen of saccharine odors that waft from
Holy
his bell.
crap, what is this?
His bell tolls. Its echoes taste faintly of black,
Bro, that thing looks terrifying!
of claw marks, of drip, 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 zap.
Yeah, give it up for Joe. Good job, Joe.
Great job, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Thank
Awesome,
you, Joe.
That was dope.
Thank you, Joe.
He was very nervous, so thank you, Joe.
That is pretty much our time, guys. We hope this is the first.
That was
of
awesome.
Many updates to come, and in fact is asset because yeah, we're gonna do another one of these in September, and we have our own Twitch channel.
We'll be there.
!SF Twitch in chat. It will bring you to it. Oh yeah, there it is. Woo! I think we have 63 followers right now. So if you if you want to go join there, we're going to talk more about our plans for the fall, our next Preludes update, and yeah, just thank you guys for all your support and
Thank you
patience
so much.
as this
Thank
world
you.
comes to life. Like, our community is so central to everything we do, and we couldn't even build a new game without you. So thank you, and thanks for listening and being here today.
Oh my
Have a
gosh.
great show,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Soulframe, yes, Celluloid. Okay, that was by far the most exciting thing that we've seen for Soulframe so far. That really shows you, like, how much depth they're putting in this game. It is crazy because even from the last, like, gameplay session that they had, it's crazy how much they've developed this game even since then. And there's like so much, like, I can already tell that this game is going to be a lot like Warframe, where there's just going to be so much stuff that you can do. And that's great, you know? Like, the fact that you can jump into Soulframe just like Warframe, and you can have like an entire universe of things that you can decide that you want to work on, that you want to do, new ancestors that you can capture, new bosses to fight, great looking combat. And the fact that the dungeons are procedurally generated, I think, is a really, really cool idea as well. I think the world might be procedurally generated in general. I'm not sure. They did say the dungeons were, so that is awesome. That is very, very cool. Holy crap. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Soulframe so far? Who's this guy? Okay, so born in 1999. So yeah, the new I think they're going to be talking about the new 1999 update coming to Warframe soon as well, which will be super cool. That's going to be kind of like their next major update for Warframe, which I'm very excited for. It's going to be like kind of bringing like a weird like retro spin to Warframe, which I think is a very interesting idea. I'm curious to see like what the Warframe will be. That, like, is it going to be like some sort of like cool 90s inspired retro Warframe? I think that'd be sick if they did something like that. They very obviously want to show they have women being women as well. Dude, I mean, yeah, bro, like, holy crap. That one chick, bro. Damn. She's gonna be the first one I'm gonna capture, bro. I mean, no, dude, and it's really cool that like all of the different ancestors that you capture kind of like expand and build almost like this village as well. I think that's a great idea. There's a lot of potential for this game. I think it's gonna be awesome. I mean, Warframe's amazing, and the fact that we are going to get like a fantasy game that is going to have all the depth and, you know, playability of Warframe, where there's going to be so many different things, so much variety in the game, but it's going to be set in like a Souls-esque fantasy world, is just like, it's almost like a dream come true, you know? Like, I think it's going to be awesome. And you'll be able to jump in with friends, which is super exciting as well. It's a multiplayer game. So, dude, like, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. I can already tell that Soulframe, when it comes out, it's going to consume my life 100%. So, yeah, dude, this looks fantastic. It looks great, man. It looks really good. Really, really good. So yeah, so this is like something for the like the 1999. I love this, like, I love that they decided to do like a weird like retro 90s thing for, so that is that going to be tomorrow? Is that when
the future is big?
So I think the stuff about 1999 is tomorrow, I believe. Bro. Diablo-esque with the village thing, and porting home on a whim is a game changer too. Switch out armors for bosses before jumping in. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love that customization. Lots of cool weapons, different armor, and of course like the arm. So your arm is almost like the way that you channel magic is like with the different arms that you can get. And so they have like stealth arms, they have like healing arms, they have you know, like more like tanky arms. So I'm excited to see what they do with that, because there's a lot of different things that they could do with kind of like that whole feature of like magic and stuff with the arms. So I think that's pretty sick. Yeah, dude, all right, so here we go. So we have the Art of Warframe, which is happening in literally like a minute from now. It's literally about to start. And then Sounds of the System, 10 Alive. So this is the rest of the schedule for today. So maybe the 1999 thing is going to be like a thing that they're doing tomorrow. Or maybe it's 10 Alive. Could be 10 Alive? Maybe 10 Alive is when it's going to be happening. So that's at 4:30? 4:30? We might have to jump back on another stream and see what they do for 10 Alive. I'm very curious to see what they do for that. But yeah, guys, super exciting stuff. I know this was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I wanted to catch what the new details were going to be for Soulframe, and then when 10 Alive starts up, if that's when they're going to be talking about 1999, the new update for Warframe, then I might have to start up another stream at that point. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some other work done. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys at 4:30 to see what the details are for the future of Warframe. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'll catch you all in another stream super soon. So appreciate you guys.